welcome our first performer, Ant Fujinaga.
Hello, assembled multitudes, adoring sycophants. Uh, today's theme will be songs that I hardly ever play. So prepare to be bored, saddened, and offended. First of all, the Canadian government seized and sold off my Scots grandmother's lovely home and everything in it without informing us because my uncle hadn't stopped her pension after she died. So this is a house. This is a song about this, which is called "Safe as Houses," and I don't usually play it because it's depressing. Can you hear me? All right. Well. Saw my first chipmunk there, ate my first bagel there, played in the snow for the first time as well. That realm of warmth and affection held wonders and comforts that still keep me under their spell. I know exactly how that carpet feels between my toes. I know where each book belongs and where the sewing basket goes. I know the pattern on each plate and spoon and fork and knife. Scenes from a refuge that I thought was a home for life. And in my mind's eye I can see it all, as if I could go back there whenever I chose. Family albums whose pages held pictures of dear long-lost faces were gone in a flash. They'd been assembled through decades of painstaking labor by hands which are now dust and ash. Anecdotes whose recollection once induced hilarity are now recognizable to no one left alive but me. Verily told, which pertains to tangible reality, still bears witness to that world which only lives in memory. But in my mind's eye I can see it all, as if I could go back there whenever I chose. Fellow survivors, we must stick together, draw strength from each other, preserve what is left, and form a fortress for those who come after us, lest they be likewise forlorn and bereft. We're goners in the long run, structures will disgregate. Our house may be subducted by a tectonic plate. Forests may turn to desert, mountains crumble, oceans rise. The sun may go red giant, the earth may vaporize. But on the human scale, these problems are not imminent. So let's make a nest which for the moment will seem permanent. There our descendants may frolic to their heart's content, never to wonder where their cherished memories went. And when we're gone, I hope they'll gather in the old beloved place, which they won't have to lose. They'll all raise a glass to us and thank their lucky stars they can go back there whenever they choose. This is what I meant when I said my voice is kind of buggered. The phlegm. Sorry about the phlegm.
Your horse's kind of voice.
Yes. I'm very phlegmatic. So that was grim. Let's liven it up. Hungry? Anyone for a spot of Brexit? Yes. So here's a song in a 13-beat rhythm about Brexit, which I don't usually play because I'm afraid that if people suddenly start paying attention to the lyrics when I talk about what I think Brexiteers might think, such as, I don't like foreigners, people might think that those are my ideas. So here we go. A once great nation ruled the waves, and after all it realized this is not how a civilized, enlightened polity behaves. So it withdrew its tentacles, but when it shrank too far, collapsing like a dying star into a frightened particle. La 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 diddly 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 diddly. The ones who raised the standing stones, the Celts and the Romans, Jutes and Norse, the Angles and Saxons, and of course the Normans and Germans on the throne. A miscellaneous crew were we, but some pay heed to those who say, let's keep the foreigners at bay and resurrect our purity. I can't speak foreign anyway, why would I travel anywhere? I don't need fancy foreign fare, I'll just eat gammon every day. We need no foreign medicine or engineers or vegetables or preening intellectuals. Let's lock them out on local sin. La 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 diddly 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 diddly. The land was drenched in misery, precipitated by the greed of those who cunningly mislead the public with impunity. They shift the blame for their own mess, presenting slander dressed as fact so that outsiders will attract the vengeance of the powerless. The orange scourge gloats in the west, the flame of reason flickers in hostile winds, and in the east the sinister serpent sneakers. A loathsome tide bears us away. When things go wrong, they'll recognize who made them small and fed them wise. Dear friends, we will be back one day. La la da 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 la la da 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 la la da diddly 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 la la da 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 la la da da la la da da la diddly 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 dum diddly dum diddly dum diddly 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 da diddly da diddly dum diddly 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 da diddly da diddly dum diddly 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 dum diddly dum diddly dum diddly 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 dum diddly 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 dum diddly 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 diddly. All the blue bonnets are over the border. Phlegm. So that all the blue bonnets is all the blue bonnets are over the border. That is a pipe tune. It's Jacobite, and it's basically me telling Britain, of which I am part, please don't make things too grim, because if not, we, Scotland, may depart. Because I've made you all depressed, let's liven things up further with a spot of the old Human Reproduction. Here's a song which is called Journal of Human Reproduction. It's very scientific, which I don't usually play because it's too long and these young people don't have an attention span. Newfangled! Stay off my lawn. And I'm going to bugger it up. I am the Sunset Butcher. I live in the sunset. I butcher songs. No more cinema for years. If they scream during the quiet bits, we'll compromise the other viewers' fun. Our little jaunt will end in tears. We'll be branded as the savage, cacophonic breeders loathed by everyone. We'll be dragged before the management and maybe ignominiously banned. And if we explain that we're urbane sophisticates, they may not understand. This won't last when all these indignities have passed. We may recall when they were small and wonder how they grew so fast. Babies grow, the terrible twos will come and go. Those ghastly shrieks and chubby cheeks, one day we may be missing them so. Every shopping trip is fraught. You replace the fragile merchandise on lower shelves they've raided, but meanwhile, all these efforts are for naught. They've absconded and are now unleashing entropy on the adjacent aisle. Restaurants are now verboten as the progeny consider no taboo. They may throw noodles on someone proposing marriage at a table just for two. This won't last when all these indignities have passed. We may recall when they were small and wonder how they grew so fast. Babies grow, the terrible twos will come and grow. Those ghastly shrieks and chubby cheeks, one day we may be missing them so. Though for now they can converse, at a certain age they'll talk a mile a minute, and you'll pine for days of yore, when you wanted the reverse. Then when they're sullen adolescents, you will wish they were as chatty as before. And they may wax melancholic like the self-indulgent goth kids of South Park, and you may find them in the graveyard writing navel-gazing poems in the dark. This won't last when all these absurdities have passed. We may recall when they were small and wonder how they grew so fast. Babies grow, the terrible twos will come and go. Those ghastly shrieks and chubby cheeks, one day we may be missing them so. If you try to concentrate, there are constant interruptions. Any complex or creative task is doomed, and you're always running late. Though you try to leave with time to spare, some last-minute snafu should be assumed. And though you tremble with exhaustion, don't forget how brief and fleeting is this time, and contemplate the many ways in which your dainty little jailers are sublime. This won't last when all these indignities have passed. We may recall when they were small and wonder how they grew so fast. Babies grow, the terrible twos will come and go. Those ghastly shrieks and chubby cheeks, one day we may be missing them so. All right. We've made it barely.
Excellent. Thank you very much. Great set.
You're most welcome, and I'm so very sorry.